Hello and welcome to our channel Living in New York City. In this video, we break down the benefits that are available to veterans of the armed forces and their dependents. So this video covers education benefits, employment benefits, Department of Motor Vehicles benefits, recreational benefits, entertainment benefits, cemetery and life insurance benefits, and of course, housing benefits. Veterans who are watching this video, Lloyda understands the difficulty of transitioning from Army life back into civilian life, having served in the armed forces herself. So if you live in New York State or consider relocating to New York State, we are going to share with you all of the benefits that comes with being a New York State veteran. If you plan on retiring here, this is the best state. New York has some amazing benefits for veterans who are loved and appreciated. In this video, we will walk you through all of the benefits that you will receive. And please, stay till the end because you do not want to miss the housing benefits. The housing benefit happens to be the best for veterans, especially those who are retiring, who plan on retiring here, and those with service-related disabilities who will also get some extra services added. And this really makes New York State very enticing. And by the way, my name is Maud, and I assist Lloyda, who is a New York State licensed real estate agent. So if you're thinking about moving to New York State, whether it's 9 days or 90 days, feel free to call or text. All information is in the description and on the channel. So this is our YouTube channel with all the information that you need to make contact. Call, text, email. If you know the day when you will be leaving the service and wants to plan in advance, we are here to help you make that smooth transition into civilian life, as it can be very difficult. If you are not considering New York City and looking elsewhere in New York State, we can connect you to our referral partners who are very qualified to assist you. So feel free to reach out. Let's take a dive into employment benefits for veterans here in New York State. Now, New York State offers a variety of services for veterans, whether that's priority service, employment preference, training programs, and benefits for business owners as well. Now, let's talk about priority service. Veterans have priority service for all employment, job training, and related services provided by New York State Workforce Commission. This means that veterans are given first consideration for jobs, training programs, and other services. If a state employer requires a competitive examination for selecting or promoting employees, an individual eligible for veterans hiring preference who is qualified for that position and received a passing score will have 10 points added to their test score. A veteran who has a service-related disability will have an additional 5 points added to their test score. An additional 10 points, 5 points? Wow. Now what this means is that in order to be hired for certain positions, an examination will be required. But based on your prior services or service-related disabilities, 10 points, 5 points will be added to your test score. Now let's look at individuals who qualify for veteran preferences. Honorably discharged veterans who served on active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces for at least 90 consecutive days during a declared national emergency or was discharged prior to 90 days due to a service-related disability. Honorably discharged veterans with a service-related disability as determined by the VA or their branch of service. A veteran's unremarried surviving spouse. orphan of a veteran who was killed while on active duty. There are also many other training programs available to New York State veterans. There are career counseling, job search assistance, on-the-job training, veteran apprenticeship training, and loans, grants, and other resources for those interested in starting their own business. Now let's look at available educational benefits for New York State veterans. Now, New York State veterans can use post 9/11 GI Bill Chapter 33 for educational benefits, including tuition fees and monthly housing allowance. That is, if they served at least 90 days on active duty after September 11, 2001. Veterans who served on active duty for less than 36 months or 1,095 days, with or without breaks in service, will receive a percentage of the full benefit. For example, veterans who served 30 to 35 months will receive 90% of the full benefit, 24 to 29 months, 80%, 18 to 23 months, 70%, 6 to 17 months, 60%, 90 days to 5 months, 50%. Now, New York State also has the VTE, Veterans Tuition Award Program, which can be used in conjunction with the Montgomery GI Bill, but not with the Yellow Ribbon Program or the Post 9/11 GI Bill. This Veteran Tuition Award Program provides financial assistance for veterans pursuing an undergraduate, graduate, or vocational studies at the State University of New York or City University of New York. To be eligible for the New York State Veteran Tuition Award Program, veterans must be honorably discharged. They must have served in the U.S. Armed Forces and be a resident of New York State before and after their service. On January 9, 2025, New York State expanded the Veterans Tuition Award Program to include all veterans and not just those who served in combat. The benefits are tuition-free education at any public college or university in New York State, tuition reimbursement for veterans attending private colleges, and tuition reimbursement through Veterans Tuition Award for those attending foreign colleges. Now you know an application is always required. To apply for New York State Veterans Tuition Award, veterans must first complete the FAFSA, free application for federal student aid on studentaid.gov, and apply for TAP, New York State Tuition Assistance Program, on newyork.gov. Then visit HESC website to complete the Veterans Tuition Award application and provide required documentation. Now, this documentation includes proof of military service, DD-214, proof of citizenship and residency, official statement of service, and VA letter if applicable. Let's talk about parks and recreation. Now be sure to visit nysparksstore.gov to apply for your free lifetime Liberty Card, which will grant you free access to state parks and recreational facilities which are operated by New York State Parks. Now, New York State offers a variety of parks and recreational benefits to veterans residing in New York State. These benefits include free or reduced fee sporting licenses for fishing, hunting, or trapping. Veterans also receive free golf, access to public pools, and discounts on camping or cabin rentals, as well as free vehicle parking at New York State Parks, and many more benefits. In order to receive these recreational benefits, you have to reside in New York. To get their free lifetime Liberty Pass, veterans must submit proof of service Form DD-214 or NGB-22 as directed in the order summary email, or they can present their New York State Department of Motor Vehicle photo ID with the word veteran written on the front to park staff at staffed facilities. For locations where no staff are available, they can obtain a no-fee ticket at the park office. Now, veterans must bear in mind that whatever benefits are available to you, you will not receive them automatically. All benefits have to be applied for. You have to submit an application. Now, your lifetime pass will allow you to enjoy hunting, golf playing. You'll be able to park freely in parks. You'll enjoy fishing. You'll get free access to pools. You'll also enjoy discount camping. You'll be able to play tennis and also receive discount on cabins and more. Who qualifies for the Liberty Lifetime Pass? New York State veterans with 40% or greater service-connected disability, New York State Gold Star parent, spouse, or child. These qualify for the Veterans Lifetime Liberty Pass. Let's dive into New York State Department of Motor Vehicle benefits and all the benefits available to veterans. First off are free license plates and registration. Severely disabled veterans with a disability rating of 60% or greater who receive federal funds to purchase or modify a specifically adapted vehicle to accommodate a service-connected injury or disability qualify for free license plates. As proof of qualification, veterans must provide an original or copy of one of the following documents: Form DD-214 or NA Form 13038, or a valid New York State driver's license indicating veteran status. So you might be wondering, what's all the hype about this veteran plate? Well, in New York State, disabled veterans' license plates are special designs that pay tribute to New York State veterans and grant service-connected veterans various benefits. Plates provide parking advantages and additional privileges aimed at enhancing mobility and convenience for veterans. Furthermore, veterans enjoy free access to Freeway Authority, exemption from registration fees from New York State Department of Motor Vehicles for both license plates and vehicle registration, as well as the ability to park in spaces designated for individuals with disabilities in New York and many other states. Now, here's how to qualify and how to obtain these free license plates. And of course, you have to be eligible based on your disability ratings. So who qualifies? Veterans must have received an honorable discharge from the U.S. Armed Forces, must be receiving federal funds for a specially adapted vehicle due to a service-connected injury or disability. Veterans must have a Medal of Honor or Prisoner of War status. They must provide a certificate of release or discharge from active duty, DD-214. They must be legal residents of New York State and have lived there for 12 continuous months. They must be U.S. citizens or eligible non-citizen. Required documents: application for disabled veterans license plates Form MV-82, certificate of release or discharge from active duty Form DD-214, certification of military service Form NA 13038, completed application for custom plates Form CP30, valid New York State registration, vehicle registration or title application form, complete application for disabled veterans license plates MV82, and provide personal information, veteran status, and disability. Make sure the information is accurate and up to date. Now, I recommend that you visit the DMV website to get form MV82 and fill it in ahead of time to make sure you fill it in accurately and to get that out of the way. Also, make sure you have all required documents ready because you do not want to waste a trip or waste your time at the DMV. Just make sure you have all the needed documents and form MV82 completely filled out. Medical certification. To qualify for the license plates or the parking permit, you must present proof of the disability from a medical doctor, a doctor of osteopathy, doctor of podiatric medicine, who is licensed in New York State only, or an optometrist for blindness. Have your doctor fill out the medical certification Part 2 on the application for license plates and parking permits for people with severe disabilities MV6641. And of course, these forms are available at the DMV. Fee exemption. While New York State does offer license plate fee exemptions for certain veterans, there may still be some processing and handling fees associated with the registration process. These fees can vary depending on the specific type of license plate and whether a personalized plate is requested. Submitting your application. Veterans in New York State can submit their completed application along with the necessary documents and required fees to their local New York DMV office. Within 10 days of processing your application, the DMV will mail to you new documents showing your current plate number and new plate combination. Your custom plates will arrive in at least 6 weeks. Your new registration documents will be mailed to you separately from the new plates. You should not return the old plates to the DMV upon receiving the new plates. You can also get the word veteran printed on the front of your driver's license. And another great thing about this is you can be exempt from New York State freeway tolls. The Freeway Authority offers free unlimited travel anywhere on the freeway, but before applying, you must find out if you are eligible or if you qualify. Of course, everyone loves entertainment and everyone likes having fun. And there are entertainment benefits for veterans as well. Veterans can get discounts on tickets for Major League Baseball games, Brooklyn Nets basketball games, New York Knicks basketball games, Dino's Wonder Wheel Amusement Park, Forest Park Carousel Amusement Village, Launch Family Entertainment in Queens, Blue Star Museums, vet tickets for concerts, sports game, and family activities. Now, there are other small businesses that do give discounts to veterans. Businesses like the Home Depot, Verizon, CVS Pharmacy, Adidas, restaurants like Applebee's, Chili Grill and Bar, Bob Evans. They each give veterans a free meal on Veterans Day. Other discounts come from companies like IHOP, T-Mobile, Princess Cruises, and Chip Caribbean. So take advantage of these discounts because they really add up. Now we move on to the next benefit, which is not so fun to talk about, but is necessary when it comes to cemetery and life insurance. New York's first state veteran cemetery is located in Seneca County. Veterans, their eligible spouses, and dependents can be buried in national cemeteries at no cost. This includes gravesite opening and closing the grave, perpetual care, and a headstone or marker. Veterans Life Insurance is available to New York State veterans who are eligible for whole life insurance with coverage amounts up to $40,000 to veterans with service-connected disabilities. And you can verify this on va.gov. Lesser amounts are available in increments of $10,000. This program is designed especially for veterans with service-connected disabilities, and it provides financial security for their families. The coverage lasts as long as the policy is maintained and the premiums are paid. Coverage begins 2 years after enrollment, as long as the premiums are paid during that 2-year period. Finally, yes, we dive into housing benefits, which we are very passionate about. I love helping veterans when they decide to relocate to the New York area. And even if you are not moving to New York, feel free to reach out to us because we have a huge network of referrals that are trustworthy. Let's begin with property taxes, which are a big deal here in New York State. Many people are reluctant because of the high property taxes. In November 2024, Governor Hochul invested $8 million to lower property taxes. Veterans living in New York State have 2 ways to receive property tax exemption. So New York State veterans can get a property tax break in 2 ways, in one of 2 ways. The first way is alternative veterans tax exemption, and this applies to veterans who served in foreign wars, their spouses, their widows, expeditionary medalists, and Gold Star parents. But the veteran must have honorable discharge. So the second tax break is the eligible funds exemption. And if a veteran uses certain funds, like pensions or insurance money, to purchase a home, they qualify for a tax exemption. And the home doesn't have to be their primary residence. Also, recently, New York State removed the school taxes for veterans, helping them to save more money on homestead taxes every year. Bear in mind though that a veteran can only have one of the exemptions and not both. Other housing benefits. New York State provides veterans with other housing benefits. They include emergency housing assistance, access to affordable housing, and adapted housing grants. These programs support veterans in finding safe and suitable homes, whether it is for immediate needs or long-term accessibility. Adapted housing grants. Veterans with service-connected disabilities can get grants to buy, build, or update homes to meet their needs. These grants help with changes like ramps, wider doors, and other accessibility improvements. To be eligible, most benefits require active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces. Veterans must be honorably discharged. They must provide document form DD-214 as proof of service. Some programs like HUD-VASH may have income limits. These income limits are based on location and family size, and they ensure that support goes to those who are most in need. Some benefit programs are for veterans with service-connected disabilities. Another benefit is the VA Home Loan. Now, this is a loan program that helps veterans to buy a house with no down payment and competitive interest rates. There is no set limit on how much a veteran can borrow, but the VA loan guarantee has limits. For 2025, the VA guarantees up to $806,500 in most areas, but in high-cost counties, this can go up to $1,209,750. Veterans with full entitlement can borrow as much as a lender approves without a down payment, while those with partial entitlement may need to follow loan limits. So full entitlement means that veterans who have never used a VA loan or they have fully repaid a previous VA loan and they sold the property, they qualify for full entitlement. This means that there is no limit and they can borrow as much as a lender approves without a down payment. Partial entitlement, on the other hand, means that if a veteran still owns a home that was purchased with a VA loan or has had a foreclosure or short sale, then their entitlement is partially used. In this case, the loan limits apply and a down payment may be required if the loan exceeds county limits. Here are the key benefits of VA loans. Zero down payment. Veterans can buy a home without upfront costs. Lower rates. VA loans usually have better interest rates than conventional loans. No PMI. No private mortgage insurance even with less than 20% down. Reusable benefit. Veterans can use the VA loan multiple times. Reduced closing costs. VA loans limit certain fees, making home buying more affordable. New York State VA loan requirements. Veterans in New York State can qualify for VA home loans if they meet certain requirements. Service requirement. Must have served active duty in the U.S. Armed Forces. Discharge status. Must have an honorable discharge. Certificate of eligibility or COE. Veterans need a COE to prove their eligibility, credit, and income. While the VA backs the loan, lenders still require credit checks and income verification. Primary residence. The home must be for personal occupancy, not an investment property. Veterans Land Loan Program. The New York Veteran Home and Land Loan Program is currently in the legislative process. The bill, New York S02375, proposes creating a loan program for the New York State Housing Finance Agency, HFA, to help veterans buy homes or land. The program would allow eligible veterans to receive loans up to 20% of a home's value, or $40,000 for land, secured by a second mortgage. The state plans to issue up to $20 million in bonds to fund the program. The bill is currently referred to the Housing Construction and Community Development Committee, meaning it is under review but has not yet passed. So this is the end of our video. Thank you for being here. We hope it was helpful. We hope we provided you with value. If we missed any benefits or if you are aware of upcoming or updated benefits, please feel free to drop them in the comments. Lola has helped many people relocate, not just locally. So let her help you to make that move as smoothly as can. So if you need any help or have any questions, text or call. All information is provided in the description below. And again, till next time, when we show you around New York. Thank you for subscribing.